Marketing professional services strategy. In this section, we're going to talk about your overall strategy as you're setting up a professional services business and a professional services market and how you go about developing that. To look at your market strategy, you start off with your scope of services. What is it we're going to provide? And it's important to get this defined because that drives everything from your hiring to your marketing, of course, and putting together your method of operations. Then when we have the scope of services, we need to look closely at the target market. Who do we go after? And this becomes extremely important because you can't go after everybody. You need to understand who it is that we're trying to market to and target ourselves directly to that market. That leads us directly to the go-to-market approach, which is where we define how we're going to approach this market. A lot of professional services firms are locally organized, and the go-to-market approach is largely personal contacts. The normal way for doing that is you get involved in charity organizations and civic organizations. That's where you make the connections to other businesses to do business-to-business marketing. Then you come up with your offering marketing plan. When you've figured out your target market, your go-to-market approach, then you can come up with a specific plan for expenditures and how you're actually going to market the services that you've got. When you're looking at scope of service, you begin by looking at what is our expertise. Generally speaking, there will be one or more people forming this business, and it'll typically be formed around their personal expertise, which they will expand as they bring in additional players. Next, you got to look at, do clients need this? It's quite possible that you have an expertise, something that's been well developed and that someone has paid you for, but it may be difficult to find other clients who need that expertise. So that's an important question to ask before you start spending money and launch into something. Will clients pay for it is another thing. There's a lot of things clients need that they would be or may be unwilling to pay for. What is our competitive standing? Do we have a lot of competitors in this who are actually well established and are going to be hard to knock out? Or is there no or perhaps very weak competitors in the market right now? And then finally, do we want to do it? That's always a question. Nobody wants to be in a job, in an organization that's doing stuff that they just don't like to do. You'll do it a whole lot better, a whole lot more effectively, and a whole lot more profitably if in fact you enjoy it. Identifying your target market. Who needs this offering? Then you say, can they afford it? And then what competitors are in the market? How do we reach that target market? And what is the effect on our brand? If we already have an established brand and we're looking to come up with a new offering, how will this offering affect our brand? Is a key thing to keep in mind, particularly if it could potentially have a negative effect on the brand. Keep in mind that long-term success in business-to-business professional services is based on long-term relationships. And everything you do in creating this business or creating new offerings in this business needs to support developing those long-term relationships.